Every banana explained in 11 minutes. Cavendish banana accounts for roughly 47% of global banana production, yet it was never meant to be the world's standard fruit. In 1834, William Cavendish, the 6th Duke of Devonshire, acquired a specimen from Mauritius and cultivated it in his Derbyshire greenhouses. His head gardener, Joseph Paxton, bred the plant to withstand cold air and survive long voyages. The resulting cultivar was sturdy, uniform, and entirely sterile. Because every Cavendish is a genetic clone of the Duke's original plant, they possess no evolutionary defense against disease. Today, a single soil-borne fungus known as tropical race 4 is actively dismantling the global Cavendish supply chain. Humanity has gambled its entire banana infrastructure on a monoculture that cannot reproduce without human intervention. Before the Cavendish became the default supermarket option, global trade belonged to the Gros Michel. Known colloquially as Big Mike, this variety dominated Western markets from the 1870s until its commercial collapse in the 1950s. It was larger, sweeter, and possessed a thicker skin that allowed it to be tossed into cargo holds without bruising. The artificial banana flavoring used in modern confectionery mimics the chemical profile of the Gros Michel, specifically its high concentration of isoamyl acetate. This explains why artificial banana candy tastes nothing like a modern Cavendish. It is a flavor profile frozen in 1950. The variety was effectively wiped out by Panama disease, a fungus that suffocated the roots of plantations across Central America. A few isolated crops survive in the mountains of Jamaica, functioning as living relics of an extinct agricultural empire. The red banana, or Musa acuminata red duca, offers a distinct physical alternative with its brick-red skin and pale pink flesh. Introduced to the American market by the Boston Fruit Company in the late 19th century, it was initially sold at a premium as an exotic luxury. The red pigmentation is caused by high levels of beta-carotene and anthocyanin, compounds absent in yellow varieties. Culturally, it holds sacred status in parts of southern India, where it is offered during religious festivals and traditional weddings. The fruit possesses a distinct berry-like undertone and matures much faster than its yellow counterparts. Despite its visual appeal, its thin skin makes large-scale mechanical harvesting impossible, restricting its distribution to regional markets. It remains a boutique crop because it refuses to conform to automated shipping crates. Saba banana. In the Philippines, Saba banana functions as a staple starch rather than a casual snack. This triploid hybrid is angular, blocky, and possesses a thick, starchy pulp that requires cooking to become palatable. During World War II, food shortages forced culinary chemist Maria Orosa to experiment with local ingredients, leading to the invention of banana ketchup using mashed Saba bananas, vinegar, and spices. To match the appearance of American tomato ketchup, she dyed the mixture red. Today, this condiment is mass-produced by companies like UFC and remains more popular in the region than the tomato version. Saba bananas are also the primary ingredient in turon, a street food where the fruit is rolled in brown sugar and deep-fried in spring roll wrappers. It is a crop defined by its resilience to typhoons and its utility in times of scarcity. The blue Java banana is frequently marketed online under the pseudonym ice cream banana due to claims that it tastes exactly like vanilla custard. This is a marketing exaggeration. The fruit possesses a mild, pleasant tartness reminiscent of vanilla, but its texture is its primary distinguishing feature. When unripe, the skin exhibits a striking silvery blue hue caused by a dense coating of natural wax. This wax protects the plant from the extreme winds of its native environment in Southeast Asia and Northern Australia. It is highly cold-tolerant, capable of surviving temperatures down to 20 degrees Fahrenheit, which is lethal to most other banana species. The blue coloration vanishes entirely upon ripening, turning into a pale, unremarkable yellow. Fehi bananas. Native to the Pacific Islands, defy the standard anatomy of the genus by growing their fruit clusters vertically upward rather than hanging down. First documented by European botanists in Tahiti during the late 18th century, these plants feature a brilliant reddish-purple sap that was historically used as an ink and a textile dye. Unlike common yellow bananas, the flesh of the fei banana is bright orange, a direct result of exceptionally high concentrations of riboflavin. Eating them causes a temporary, harmless discoloration of the consumer's urine. The plant was a crucial canoe crop, transported across Polynesia by ancient navigators due to its ability to thrive in poor volcanic soil. It is rarely eaten raw, as the high tannin content causes extreme astringency unless the fruit is baked or boiled. The Grand Nain is the quiet workhorse of the modern fruit industry, serving as the specific selection of Cavendish that fills most global grocery shelves. Developed by Chiquita brands in the mid-20th century, its name translates from French as large dwarf, a reference to its short, stout pseudostem. This compact stature prevents the plant from blowing over during tropical storms, solving a multi-million-dollar structural problem for multinational corporations. The exact global trade volume reveals that humanity consumes more than 100 billion bananas every year, making it the most traded fruit on Earth by weight. The Grand Nain's success is entirely mechanical. Its clusters grow in a uniform grid pattern that fits perfectly into standardized cardboard boxes. It was bred for logistics, not for complexity of flavor. The Goldfinger banana, scientifically designated as FIA 01, was created in a Honduran laboratory in 1989 to survive the apocalypse of modern banana farming. Developed by the Honduran Foundation for Agricultural Research, this pest-resistant hybrid required over 30 years of conventional crossbreeding. It was designed specifically to resist both Panama disease and black sigatoka, the two fungal blights threatening the Cavendish. Despite its biological superiority and apple-like flavor profile, major distribution companies like Dole rejected it for widespread commercial adoption. The reason was entirely aesthetic. The Goldfinger turns black when bruised, whereas the Cavendish retains a yellow skin even when the flesh underneath is damaged. The global fruit trade decided that consumer perception of skin perfection was more important than genetic immunity. The Mysore variety, also known as the Puvan, is India's most widely cultivated banana, deeply tied to the agricultural economy of Tamil Nadu. It is a small, thin-skinned fruit with a bright yellow hue that remains intact even when overripe. Cultivated for at least 2 millennia, it is mentioned in ancient Sangam literature as a vital element of hospitality. The plant is exceptionally hardy, thriving in drought conditions that would kill a Cavendish within weeks. It possesses a distinct, sharp acidity that balances its high sugar content. While Western markets demand uniform presentation, Indian consumers prioritize the fruit's medicinal reputation in Ayurvedic tradition, where it is prescribed for digestive health. It is a crop grown for local resilience rather than international export. The praying hands banana, or Musa uba tuba, derives its name from its structural anomaly. The individual fruits are fused together in pairs, resembling hands clasped in prayer. Native to Indonesia, this mutation causes the banana hands to look like solid, compressed mittens rather than distinct fingers. The fruits must be physically pried apart or sliced open with a knife to be consumed. The skin is thick and emerald green, turning a muted yellow-buff color only when fully ripe. Inside, the flesh is dense, starchy, and dry, containing subtle notes of peach and guava. Because of its unusual appearance, the plant is frequently grown as an ornamental curiosity in botanical gardens rather than a commercial food source. The Pisang Raja, which translates from Indonesian as King of Bananas, is prized across Java for its rich, orange-yellow flesh and thick skin. Historically, this variety was reserved for royal households and Javanese nobility, forbidden to the peasant classes who cultivated it. It is the definitive banana used in pisang goreng, the traditional deep-fried banana fritters sold across maritime Southeast Asia. The sugars within the pisang raja caramelize rapidly under high heat without the flesh becoming watery or mushy. Unlike the Cavendish, which softens uniformly, the pisang raja maintains a firm core when cooked. It remains an expensive delicacy in regional markets, sold by individual count rather than by weight. The rhino horn banana produces the largest individual fruits in the entire Musa genus, with single pods routinely reaching lengths of up to 2 feet. Native to Africa, this plantain hybrid grows in sparse, heavy clusters where the fruits curve dramatically upward like the horn of a rhinoceros. A single fruit can weigh up to 3 pounds, providing enough starch to feed an entire household for a day. In rural Nigeria, it is a critical source of carbohydrates, typically sliced into discs and fried to make dodo, or pounded into a paste to accompany stews. The plant itself is fragile, requiring physical wooden splints to support the weight of its own fruit. It is an agricultural anomaly where the sheer mass of the yield threatens the survival of the organism.